Hello and thank you for watching Gabbin About Games. This is Miguel Sanchez. Now, it's just a subject I just wanted to touch on briefly. I could talk with Viper about this, but I don't think he really has much interest in this particular aspect, and that's the Nintendo Wii-U. Now, it has recently been released that the new Nintendo, the Nintendo DX, is going to be released in March next year, so a little under a year. Now, I do own a Wii U. I'll tell you the circumstances in which I bought it. I played one of the demo units in a game store, and I was playing Super Mario 3D World or something like that, and I thought it was just really great fun. It really reminded me of the old Mario games, and I've bought a fair few games for it, and I have to say, as a console, I love it. I think it's brilliant. Mario Kart 8 is a brilliant game. Now, that being said, it is, generally speaking, I think it will be considered, as the years go by, a failure of a console. Now, some people blame that to the fact of its name in the Wii U. Some people... It's a considered opinion. I can't say I entirely disagree with it, that people didn't realise it was a whole new console because the name was so similar. It just did not stand out from the Wii. You know, yeah, the Wii was one of the best-selling consoles of all time. I remember in the early 2000s, nearly everyone had a Wii, just to play the Wii Sports or whatever. I had a Wii, and my best mate had a Wii. I don't know if Viper had a Wii. You can ask him. I'm sure he probably did at some point or another. But anyway, the problem with the main criticism of the Wii, though, was that it was a bit of a novelty thing. It didn't have many particularly great games on it. Of course, the Nintendo the Nintendo licensed games were generally always good games, be it the Zelda or the Marios or whatnot. But it didn't have much going for it in third parties, and with kind of like the PlayStation 2 and then the PlayStation 3, it did kind of get a bit pigeonhole. Now, when the Wii U came out, I think it suffered from kind of the same problem because it was so pigeonholed. There weren't many developers who wanted to make third-party games for it, or if they did, they were the kind of cuddly Nintendo-esque games. I mean, they did try and get around that. I think the Zombie U was one of the launch titles, and they did try, and that was very deliberately chosen by Nintendo to try and throw off the kids' image. They did try and go bang straight out there with an adult game. So I have to say, I do love the Wii U. It has come to my attention that the new Zelda probably isn't going to be released on it. That is slightly annoying to me. I was really looking forward to having a proper Zelda game, but I still do enjoy the Wii U. I am still regularly playing Mario Kart 8 on it. Super Mario Maker, my wife bought me that last Christmas. Love that game. I think that's brilliant. For those who aren't aware, basically the concept is that you can make your own Mario levels and play other people's Mario levels. I generally tend to recommend avoiding playing anybody in Japan who's made a level, because the Japanese seem to have a real hard-on for making game levels that are practically impossible, that require 100% precision, or you die. So anyway, it's great fun. So what I'd say is basically that the Wii U is over the next 6-7 months, is going to start dropping in value because Nintendo are going to have one eye on their new console. And what I would say is, if you do get the opportunity to buy one, I would recommend it. I know it doesn't have the best reputation, but I have to say, I love mine. I think it's got some great games for it. I will say, for the record, I haven't ever bought into this Amiibo thing. I know of it, but I've never really found the purpose myself. I just enjoy playing the games, and that's Mario Kart 8 is just brilliant. So check it out, and as I said, in a few months' time the price is going to come down. That means you can purchase it for kind of the same reason I purchased it. I purchased it as a bit of a casual whim, and yes, I know that's a very flippant thing to say. For like, I think it cost me £180 when I bought it. That's not that I don't have that kind of money free at my disposal, but it just looked that good and that fun that I thought that it was going to be, well worth owning and playing, and it has been, and I do love it. And I have high hopes for the DX. I think Nintendo are banking heavily on the DX being a good seller, and I think if it isn't, I think if it's another Wii U, I'm not going to say Nintendo are going to go bankrupt, but I think Nintendo are going to have to look at how they work proceed in the future. But yeah, Wii U, if you give it a go, I love mine.